just to help with increasing mobility, particularly through the shoulder area and the lower back. Things that you can do in any kind of space you've got. You don't need to have a yoga mat out. You can do them sat on your dining room chairs, whatever you've got available. And the idea is to make it as accessible and as easy as possible. So to begin with, we're just going to think about working through the shoulders a little bit. So we're going to just start by shaking the hands out, just to get a little bit of circulation through the wrists and through the fingers. I'm going to start down, and then slightly forwards, and then to the side, and then even up to the ceiling, just seeing what the range of movement is like. And you can even do a bit of a freestyle, just to get everything going before we get started on the stretches, and then just really let everything relax. And you might feel a nice little fizz up through the fingers, through the wrists, and maybe even up to the elbows. So you've just got everything moving a little bit. And we're just going to start with a couple of shoulder rolls, just gently opening the chest, trying to think about the shoulders rolling forwards, up to the ears, and then back, and then maybe tilting the chin to the ceiling slightly. So just a few of those, and then I'm going to take that into the elbow, and again, a couple more times, and last time, and just relaxing. And I'm going to take that into a couple of shoulder stretches, so making sure that you're sat comfortably or stood comfortably. If you've got a hand kind of loose and spare, sometimes I like to tuck it underneath what I'm sitting on. If that's on the floor, I might tuck it underneath my hip, or if it's on a chair, then I'll just stick it under the chair. I'm just going to take one hand up and over the top of the head, and we're gently going to draw the ear down towards the opposite shoulder. So you're stretching from the ear down towards the collarbone to the shoulder, and taking a couple of deep breaths in and out, and in and out. And then when you're ready, using the hand to come onto the opposite side of the forehead, and just gently using that hand to support the head as it comes back up, and just checking the neck feels okay before we go on the opposite side. So bring the hand towards the opposite ear. It's a little bit like the I'm a Little Teapot nursery rhyme, if you remember that. And just letting the side of the neck fall open. You're not trying to pull it with the hand, you're just giving it a little bit of extra help. Couple of deep breaths. And then placing the hand on the side of the head to help support it on its way back up. And just check in with the neck, just check it's feeling okay. You might want to give it a little bit of a rub. And then from here, we're just going to change the angle slightly. So again, dropping the hand down so it's anchored or supported. I'm going to turn the head on about a 45-degree angle, drawing the hands up towards the back of the head this time, as if you had a ponytail or a bun or something at the back of it, or kind of clutching the back of your cap. And nose to elbow, before you slightly draw the nose down towards the armpit, almost like you're trying to check if you put deodorant on this morning. And take a couple of deep breaths. And this time you should feel the stretch slightly more towards the back of the neck, maybe even down towards the shoulder blade. And holding it for about 30 seconds. Before you bring the hand towards the forehead, and again making sure you use the hand to support the head on its way back up, so you're not straining the muscles at the back of the neck, and just gently give the head a gentle move side to side, and then changing sides. So turning the head on a 45-degree angle, hand to the back of the head, to the middle of the crown, nose to elbow, and then drawing the nose down towards the armpit. Another image is a bit like a bird tucking its head under its wing, so you can feel the stretch through the back of the neck. If you can't quite feel it, you might want to just slightly experiment with the angle of the head. And then taking the hand towards the forehead and bringing it back up. Just relaxing and just checking in with the neck again. Just making sure that you've still got free movement side to side. And I'm going to do a couple of little stretches for the shoulder joints themselves, the rotator cuff muscles. So these are the little muscles that help us rotate the shoulder socket, rotate the arm within the joint. So if I turn away from you, I'm going to show you, bring the hand behind the back. Ideally you want the palm facing away from the back, so the back of the hand is connected to the back, and it doesn't need to be so high, just wherever it falls comfortable. The other arm is going to reach up and over, trying to keep the full arc of the arm as you reach up and over, and the idea is to try and connect the two hands together. If it falls a bit short, that's fine. You're still stretching the muscles, but you're ideally trying to get the two fingertips to touch or to grasp each other. Trying to keep the spine long rather than collapsing into it. And you should feel a slight pull around this shoulder joint and maybe up the back of the arm that's uppermost. Holding that for about 30 seconds. And then gradually releasing it and going through the full range of movement, as full as you can. Doesn't matter if it doesn't go all the way, but within your given range of movement. And trying to connect the two sides together. It's not uncommon to find that one side is a lot more difficult than the other. That's fine. And if you're really struggling, you could always use something like a strap or a dressing gown cord or a towel just to bridge the gap for you. And then opening out. And just relaxing the shoulders. And then final couple of shoulder stretches. Bringing the hands in towards the breastbone. So you're interlacing the fingers with the palms facing you. And then gently pushing away as if you're trying to separate the space in between your shoulder blades. Dropping the head down, you should feel that across the back of the upper back, in between the shoulder blades, maybe up the back of the neck. And then drawing the hands up and over the top, making a little cradle for the palms, with the palms of the hands for the skull, and just letting the head fall back, really opening the elbows, opening the throat. Try not to clench the jaw so you can let the mouth fall open a touch. And then using the hands to gently bring you back up, and then just relaxing. And then we're going to move down the back a little bit to do some stretches around the hips and more for the lower back. So making sure that you're comfortably seated. Ideally you would like your feet flat on the floor with your knees no higher than the hips. I'm going to cross one leg up and over the top of the other so that you're making a sort of 4 shape with your legs. I'm going to keep the spine nice and long and then just gently, gradually easing forwards until you can feel a gentle pull through the buttock. You might even travel down towards the thigh and in towards the knee. We're going to hold that for about 30 seconds. And again, remembering to use the breath to help you through the stretch. And then when you're ready to come back up, make sure you use the support of whatever you're sitting on to help bring you back up so you're not jerking the lower back at all. And then just untangling the legs between the sides. Again, don't be surprised if one side feels very different to the other. Most of us have a dominance between right or left. And easing into it. And if for any reason you're struggling to find it, sometimes it's helpful to slightly twist the body over the knee, over the crossed knee, so you're a bit more on a diagonal. And you can play around with the position. And again, gently and carefully bring yourself back up and untangling the legs. And then maybe just giving the thighs a little bit of a rub. Just check they're not holding too much tension. Before we just go into our final stretch for the lower back, which is about opening up the space just here between the hip bones and the sacrum. And using the hands on the knees, gently resting the belly forwards onto the thighs and just letting the head fall forwards. We'll just try and relax into that position. Ideally, you don't want to have the head facing the floor, because that means you're clenching the back of the neck. You want to be looking right through the knees. And just relaxing here and letting that space in the lower back open. Doesn't matter if you can't go all the way, just as far as it's comfortable. And to come up, placing the hands on the knees and using the support of the arms to bring you back to sitting, and just making sure that everything feels okay, maybe having a little wriggle. And then we'll go into our final relaxation. So, making sure you're comfortable. You might prefer to be lying down for this, or you might want to be against a wall if you're on a stool or something that supports your lower back a little bit. And just finding a nice easy position. And if you can, just closing the eyes and maybe placing one hand on the belly around the diaphragm where your belly button is, and imagining there's a small balloon behind the belly button, which when you breathe in, it slightly inflates, and as you breathe out, it slightly deflates. It doesn't have to be a big movement, it's very subtle. But the idea is to avoid breathing in and taking all the breath up here into the breastbone and into the upper ribs. You want to really send it down in towards the belly. So we're going to just try that a couple of times, breathing in and breathing out. If you want to place one hand on your breastbone just to check it's not rising and falling too much, that can sometimes be helpful. If you can breathe in through the nose and control the out breath through the mouth, that can also be a helpful way of slowing the breath down. And just taking a couple of breaths to really establish that rhythm, that as you breathe in, the belly inflates, and as you breathe out, it gently deflates. And a couple more times. And this time we're going to try and take a deep in breath over a count of 5. We're going to hold it for a couple of seconds, and then we're going to breathe out for a count of 5. You might like to establish your own rhythm, but this is a guiding principle and you can play around with it for yourself. So I'm going to start off with a gentle breath in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holding for a couple of seconds, and 2, 3, 4, 5, and relaxing. And again. Holding and relaxing. And like I said, you can play around with that as many many times as you like on different rhythms, because everyone has their own breath pattern. So I'm going to try and hold it for about 5 seconds when we get to the top of our own breath, and I'm going to click so it doesn't interrupt my breath too much. So we're going to breathe in, hold, out, and a couple of nice deep breaths. Just bring everything back to normal. And we're going to go again, but this time we're going to try and hold it for a bit longer. So we'll keep the in-breath on a count of 5, but this time we're going to hold it for a count of 10. So breathing in, feel the diaphragm, hold, out, and a couple of normal deep breaths, in and out. And like I say, it doesn't really matter whether you do it over a count of 3 or 7 or 14 or whatever, as long as you try and regulate it and you're conscious of the rhythm of the breath. That's the main thing. So once you've kind of established a nice easy breathing pattern, we're just going to do a final relaxation. You don't have to count breaths or anything like that, but just try and keep that nice rhythmic pattern of breath that you've established. Just let it happen naturally through the body. So I'm going to invite you to be with your eyes closed through this, but you don't have to be. If you want some kind of visual guidance, then you can always open them. But I find it more helpful and you can concentrate more with the eyes closed. So you want to rest yourself in a very comfortable position. If you're seated, preferably with the arms not clasped or with the hands not clasped or the arms not folded, just resting nice and relaxed in the lap. You might be lying down, in which case you might want to have your hands resting on your belly, or you might want to have your hands behind your head, just wherever feels very, very comfortable for you. And the first thing you're going to do is just think about the weight of the skull. If you're seated, you might just feel it balanced on the top of the head. If you're lying down, you might feel the weight of the skull falling back into the surface behind you. And then just becoming aware of the contours of the body, the little space behind the back of the neck, the outward curve of the upper back, and the shoulder blades, and the slight hollow in the lower back. And feeling the legs just lengthening away from the hip sockets, and the arms just relaxing and falling away from the shoulder joints. Or maybe just give the jaw a bit of a chew around. It's a very common place to store tension, around the jaw, around the front of the neck. Or maybe just chew it around like you're chewing a toffee. Maybe yawn. And just settling into it, and making sure that you're not gripping through the palms of the hands or the soles of the feet. And just letting the breath pass in and out of the body. Just becoming aware of any parts of the body that are maybe calling for attention, any areas that feel slightly warmer, more relaxed, or more active. And just paying attention to it. And then mentally repeating to yourself the following phrases. My feet, toes and ankles are relaxed. My hands, wrists and fingers are relaxed. My neck, my throat, my jaw are relaxed. And my face, eyes, mouth and tongue are relaxed. My bones, internal organs and my nervous system are relaxed. And finally, my mind and my body are both perfectly relaxed. And just letting the breath move in and out of the body with the natural movement of the diaphragm, the lungs. Just giving yourself a moment of quietness and stillness. Just seeing what information you can pick up from that more internal sense of yourself. So that when you start to open the eyes, maybe having a little yawn or a stretch or wriggle back into the outside world, you're still trying to hold on to some of that more internal information so the rest of the world doesn't crowd in quite so immediately. And just checking in with the body. If you're lying down, being careful how you come back to sitting. If you're sitting, being careful how you come back to standing. And trying to take some of that internal